It's St. Patrick's Day, and I'm feeling particularly lucky because I did something today that I never thought I would do, and I'm feeling pretty good, but I'm also feeling kind of tired. Let me explain. Look, before we get into the video today, I talk about some new things I learned about promotion from Combatives belt to blue belt. It's some information that you might not have, but that you probably freaking want. So I'm just recording this. I'm interrupting myself to tell you what I learned. So just stay tuned to about the 10-minute mark of the video. Maybe I'll put the chapters and you can just jump right there and you'll hear the new developments, at least the ones that I heard tonight here at Gracie HQ, about getting promoted from the Combatives belt to the blue belt. It's not what you think, and it might take you a little longer than what you initially thought. Class number 20, the standing headlock defense, followed by taking the back from guard. This is the first time I've taken this class, and I've really been looking forward to this class. I don't like coming to class on Mondays at 8 o'clock. Monday at 8 o'clock is late. I wake up early, I drive to school early, I teach all day, I get done at 3:30, and then I've got 4.5 hours to kill until class. So today I decided that I was going to be extra productive and extra healthy, and I was going to go to the gym after school and before jiu-jitsu. So I took myself over to my gym. It's called Club Studio. There's one in Irvine right by where I live, and there's also one in Long Beach. So I went to the one in Long Beach. And I took a boxing class. They have a fitness boxing class at 5:15, and it was fan-freaking-tastic. It was about a 45-minute workout, sweating my tail off, burned a lot of calories. According to my Apple Watch, I burned 600, almost 700 calories. Fantastic freaking workout. I felt like $1 million when I was done. I sat in the sauna, took a nice shower, and I was all ready to go to bed. Except it wasn't time to go to bed. It was time to go to jiu-jitsu because I bit off more than I could chew. Actually, I think I handled it pretty well, but man, I drove from the gym here to wonderful Gracie University HQ in Torrance, and I took a class I haven't taken before. And I partnered with this guy, Jesse, and Jesse was a lot of fun. Jesse's a 4-stripe white belt. He's getting ready to take his test to become a Combatives belt. And we were hanging out and talking a little trash, having a little fun doing this move. And speaking of the move, this is my first time doing this standing headlock defense. I think I did something similar at my old Keep Showing Up University, but I'm telling you, man, the breakdown was so freaking helpful. I learned so much by breaking things into little steps. The setup step, and then the go step, and having the toes facing your opponent made a world of difference. It wasn't just like go, spin, take them down. It was actually like step by step, which I love, and I talk about that a lot on here. But speaking of step by step, I can't tell you how many times at my old Keep Showing Up University, people warned me of doing things that would give up the back. They warned me that I would do something that would allow an opponent or training partner to take my back. So I knew not to do certain things because taking the back was really bad. And then they would tell me that when I was rolling with somebody, another white belt or occasionally a blue belt, like, oh, take his back. And I'm like, okay. And I would do this like horribly fat panda bear scramble to try to climb onto somebody's back. I never understood how. I was just imitating what I'd seen other people do. And I didn't understand the mechanics. I didn't understand the step-by-step. And tonight, Sam Fernandez, our head instructor at Gracie University HQ, broke it down for me step-by-step, and it was like a light bulb went off. It's like I could see for the first time. You know that song, I Can See Clearly Now the Rain Is Gone? It was like a rainbow with a pot of gold at the end for St. Patrick's Day. I was like, son of a biscuit. That's what I'm supposed to do? I understood getting your hooks in, but the idea of like getting to your shoulder and bridging up, or I don't know, climbing from your shoulder was a world of difference. I knew to like grab the lat, but I didn't recognize that I was supposed to put pressure or weight on my shoulder and then to make the get up easier. I didn't know that. Nobody had ever told me that. I'd seen it and they had showed it to me and I said, okay, that's how you do it. And I would do my, you know, morbidly obese panda version of that. I'm not trying to crap on myself. I'm actually feeling pretty good about my health. I've lost some more weight. I think I'm down 44 pounds at this point. And today is insane. Today is crazy because, you know, I track my food and I track my calories. And when I do jiu-jitsu, I can't track my calorie burn. I can't, because I can't wear my watch and train. It's going to end up hurting somebody, busting somebody in the face. So I just kind of estimate when I do jiu-jitsu and I'm tracking my calories burned. I usually give myself about 350, 400 calories. It's probably more than that, but some classes are a little more active than others. Tonight was felt like more of a workout, probably because I was dog tired. But, you know, I did this calculator. I went to, I think, you know, AI or whatever, and I said, how many calories does someone that weighs what I weigh burn in an hour of jiu-jitsu? And it was like, depending on the intensity, you can burn anywhere from 500 to 1,200 calories. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to credit myself with 1,200 calories. That seems crazy. 500 even seems like a lot. But I figure I went to boxing for an hour and burned 666 calories. Then I came to jiu-jitsu and I was sweating just as hard. Well, maybe not as hard. So I probably figure I burned maybe about 400, maybe 450. I know that when I go to yoga every Sunday, I went to yoga yesterday with my wife. Every Sunday I go to yoga, and yesterday I think I burned like 350 calories in yoga. So, and that's stretching and relaxing. So I got to burn at least that at jiu-jitsu, right? But here's the weird part. If I look at my watch, and I'm looking right now. If I look at my watch, I'm looking right now. It says I burned 1,574 calories so far today. And that does not include whatever I just burned in jiu-jitsu. That's just me being on my feet, walking around teaching, because, you know, I get kind of animated when I'm teaching. It's me walking around campus, whatever. It's me going to the gym this afternoon. It's all those things working out to burn 1,500 freaking calories. But I've taken in between, I don't know, probably about 1,000, maybe 1,100 calories based on what I ate this morning. I had a protein shake with my coffee. That's what I normally do in the morning. And I had a protein bar. Then at lunch, my wife made me like some rice and some broccoli, steamed broccoli, and like some beef, kind of like an Asian beef, almost like a beef bulgogi kind of a thing. I don't know how many calories that is. I don't know, call it 500, 600, I don't know. Then I had another protein shake and a protein bar after the gym. So I haven't taken in a lot. I probably need to eat more. I don't feel bad. I don't feel jittery. I don't feel hungry, which is shout out to my assistant, Mr. Ozempic. But yeah, man, I know I've burned a lot more calories today than I've taken in. And if I could keep this up every day, I'd be the skinniest mouse in all of Mexico in no time flat. But I can't sustain this. I can't sustain this because I am exhausted. Man, when I got on the mats today, after the warm-up, I was like, ugh. Like my battery, it's like somebody unplugged me and I was just like, bleh. So I am proud of myself for going to the gym and coming to jiu-jitsu. I'm happy for the number of calories I burned. I'm excited about the potential weight loss. But I don't think I could sustain this every day. Boy, if I could, I'd be the fittest, leanest, meanest machine ever. But I don't know if I'm going to do this again. But back to jiu-jitsu. Learning this technique felt like one of those like cornerstone, building blocks of all of jiu-jitsu. To be able to take someone's back is something people say all the time. But if you don't know how to do it, you're lacking. This is why I say that like Gracie University fills in my gaps, fills in my holes, because if somebody said, quick, take his back, I'd have done my panda scramble and tried to do it. But without knowing about the shoulder, without knowing to tuck the elbow, get on the shoulder, and then it kind of makes you like kind of weightless, I was just scrambling and fighting to try to get in position. And it's still tough. And Jesse's not a big guy, so maybe with somebody my size, it wouldn't be so hard. But it's still tough to get my legs and get my hooks in, But I'm learning and I'm trying, and at least I understand it in principle. I understand the move. Like I could tell you how to do it. Whereas before I'd say, well, you grab the lat and just pull. Like I used to really think like you grab the lat and just, try to lift yourself up. And I always told myself that I couldn't do it because I was too heavy to lift myself up. But it's not about lifting up with strength. It's about lifting up with technique and with intention. And that's the part that I like. That's the breakdown, the step-by-step, this is how you do it kind of approach, which made me really happy today. So, burned a lot of calories, had a great workout, and there's one more thing you need to know. And I don't know if I'm talking out of turn here, but this is what Sam said tonight. He said it to the class. He said it publicly, so I think it's fair game and free information. Sam said today, this is what happened. I got here and, the Master Cycle class was going on right before the Combatives class. And at the end of the Master Cycle class, someone got a stripe on their Combatives belt. I'd never seen that before, a stripe on the Combatives belt. And so I asked Sam, as the Combatives class was starting, I said, hey, Sam, people get stripes on the Combatives belt? And he's like, yeah, they do now. So what do you mean they do now? And he says, well, it's changed. Tell me more. Apparently now, instead of going from Combatives belt to blue belt when you're ready, okay, because it was a, instructor, I say ready, I'm not trying to be a jerk. When it's based on instructors, what do you call it? Discretion, instructor discretion. So it's like a 6-month period of going and attending class regularly and the instructor's discretion. But I don't think it's that anymore. Sam told me that in order to go from Combatives belt to blue belt, you had to go to 100 classes. I'm guessing Master Cycle classes. So that means, and my math sucks, I'd have to go to like 16 classes a week or a month 17 classes a month to get to the 100 classes in the 6 months. So I think it's going to take a heck of a lot longer to go from combatives belt to blue belt. And it's kind of weird. And I'm not a hater. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But I'm like, yo, I thought it was 6 months. Now we're talking at least 8 months. So everything's getting longer. First it was, I had to wait 8 months to get the combatives belt. Now I got to do 100 classes between combatives belt and blue belt, which I'm okay with because the powers that be, the instructors, the masters, the people that I respect, the people that I look up to, they're telling me that that's what it takes. And if that's what it takes, then damn it, that's what it takes. I will do it. I will put in the work and I'll make it happen. But I was a little surprised because I thought it was a time-based requirement, not a class-based requirement. He said it changed like in the last month or so. So for those of you who are close to earning the combatives belt, or maybe you're working your way like me and you only got one stripe, just know it's not a 6-month waiting period in the instructor's discretion. I think it's 100 classes, a minimum of 6 months probably, and the instructor's discretion. That's what I'm guessing. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But based on what Sam said, it's 100 classes. So 6 months plus 100 classes plus instructor's discretion to go from combatives to blue belt. So that's something I wanted to make sure I told you all. Ran into a guy tonight in the master cycle. His name is CJ. He's a cool dude, brother like me. Me and Tyrone were talking, and then CJ kind of walked by and he said, hey, I love your videos. And I said, thanks, dude. I don't know if he said he loved them, but he said, hey, you got the YouTube channel, right? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, yeah, cool. I watch your videos. And I'm like, thanks. This guy's, I think, a brown belt like Tyrone. He's up there, but he likes the videos. And he said, I'm an analytical guy just like you. So I like the way you kind of look at everything methodically and kind of break things down methodically. And I'm like, cool. But I don't think I'm really saying anything that you guys couldn't get from like anywhere else. I'm offering my perspective. I'm offering my journey, right? Because this is for me and some of you are watching, so thank you. But I don't know. I think it's cool to learn things step by step. I think it's cool to share like the detail about making your go step face to your opponent or your training partner, because that makes it that much more fluid. Other thing was to maintain the connection to the hip, because, you know, you connect the hip, you frame the knee, or you block the knee, and then you set up step, you go step, you sit down, and wee, there you go. I was wee, and then he was kind of flying away from me. And so I had to control the hip more and keep that hip control all the way down. The other thing I had to do is I had to roll with it. I couldn't just go down and kerplunk. I had to go down and roll with it and keep that momentum and use that momentum to end up on top to get to that modified mount or whatever you guys call it. So that was, you know, learning steps. Is that analytical, like analysis? Am I helping when I say that? Do you guys picture what I'm saying when I say that? The people that are taking this, let me know in the comments if the things that I say in terms of what I learned in the class are helpful to you. Because sometimes I don't go into the details that I've learned or discovered, but maybe I should. I don't know. Enough out of me. It's St. Patrick's Day. I've been working out like a freaking machine. I really felt like a gladiator today, man. I did a boxing class, then I came to grappling class. I'm like, I'm the man. But boo, I'm tired. So I'm going to go home and I'm going to shower for the 4th time today. And I'm going to get the hell in the bed. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you want to follow me on social media at Chris Learns Jiu-Jitsu, hit me up with any questions. If you want to share any videos, share any details, but hit with a like, hit a subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you're watching. Give me a thumbs up or something so I know that you're here. And if you want more of the detail, like my little analysis of the technique, let me know and I can try to sprinkle some more of that in there. And let me know if the combatives belt information is new to you and if it was helpful to you. I think that's it. 13-minute video. Sounds good. The freeway awaits. So stay focused, stay positive, and stay vigilant. Take care.